Now we are ready for seed to seal. This is the part that gets down to the nitty gritty for me because this is what sets Young Living apart from everything else. The one thing that sets Young Living apart from any other company is our seed to seal promise. We're going to break it down into what that actually means so that you'll understand what this is all about. So at Young Living, we do not strip constituents to make our oil smell better, which means we do not add chemicals to it at all, and we do not add fragrances. We do not mix species of the same oil. So like lavender is just lavender. Like it don't have lavandin, which is a whole different strand from lavender, but people don't understand that, and then the whole lavender thing becomes an issue. We do not spray weed killers or pesticides or herbicides or use genetically modified seeds. They are pure seeds. They are in a pure ground with nothing added to it. We spend $12,000 per acre to hand weed lavender instead of the industry standard of $60 per acre for the same plant. It costs a lot of money to do what Young Living does. The industry standard is $60 per acre because spraying pesticides is much cheaper than hand weeding, and we do not use the solvents like hexane or anything like that. Our soil is not tainted with mercury, arsenic, glyphosate, or any poison because our fields are untouched by toxic chemicals. We harvest at the exact time of day that Young Living's research team has found to be the ideal time for that specific plant. We know that there are peak seasons or peak times that is best for the plant to be distilled or to be harvested, and Young Living knows when that is. Dear Young's done extensive research and figured out when the best time for that plant is. The oldest and largest globally compiled library of oils from nearly 30 years of research at farms on 6 continents. We've got farms all over the world. Gary Young grew helichrysum at St. Marie's in Idaho, then Mona in Utah, then the Mediterranean country of Croatia to watch it score, see how it would score on the seed to seal testing. He grew it in these different areas. We don't grow it where it grows natively. We grow it where it grows best and produces the most effective oil for your body. Our farms are all over the world, and you can visit them yourself anytime, any farm, anywhere, because they want to be transparent. They want to make sure that people understand how it works and all of the things. We test 8 times at the farm, and then again in Spanish Fork, Utah, and then again after bottling. So they make sure that it's completely pure, that it hadn't gotten tainted along the way or anything. We do 24 tests per batch to make sure the oils are respected, independent, and make sure the oils meet our standards. Then they do a third-party testing with 2 accredited, respected, independent labs, so that it's not just us saying that it's good, it's also this other company saying that it's good. Young Living's oils are tested by scientists with over 180 years of combined lab experience. Most of the scientists were hand-trained by Gary Young himself to make sure that they knew what his standard was, that it wasn't like if it has a little bit of anything in it, they're going to throw it away. Young Living is a global leader in essential oils with nearly $2 billion in sales annually. That means that those that use the oils keep returning because they actually work. They're not just smell good thingies. They're actually therapeutic working oils. There are 3,000 global employees, 600 life-changing products, 16 corporate and partner farms, more than 20 international markets, 50 highly trained scientists, 12 independent partner labs, and 6 million global members. That's a lot of people to make this one company function and do, just to bring us the best possible product so that our bodies are completely pure. We have a 5x5 campaign, which is to be completely chemical free, completely green in 5 years. Like, we don't have any extra paper being used, any extra, like, everything's recyclable, Everything is used that's going to function the best way it can for our environment. To say we are the same as a generic off brand or a brand at the grocery store makes no sense. They're two completely different products altogether. Why use an oil to get away from chemicals and then use an oil laden with chemicals? I mean, like, it just doesn't make any sense to me at all. You cannot have high quality without cost. The two go hand in hand. Um, we want to make sure that everything that we're doing for our bodies is the best thing possible for our bodies. If we grab Clorox and start just lathering it all over our house, we're putting chemicals into our bodies, we're putting chemicals into our kids' bodies, and that's causing more cancer and more problems throughout our homes. We don't want to do that. We want to keep our bodies protected. We want to keep our kids protected. And the best thing we can do is to make sure that we have the completely pure things that, I mean, it's available. It is available. It's not like we have to go searching anywhere. It's right here. It's at our fingertips. And it works. And there's no reason for us to go and spend the same amount of money buying. I mean, if I'm going to buy what I need to clean my house at the grocery store, I'm going to have 3 or 4 different things, because you have to have something for windows, you have to have something for potties, you have to have something for counters. With Thieves Cleaner, I clean everything with one bottle, and it's chemical free, and I'm not worrying about putting toxins back into my kids. It's completely pure. So there's a big, huge difference. It makes a big difference. So now we're going to talk a little bit more about this, but we're also going to talk about some other things in just a moment in video number 5.